You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Well, parked her in a good spot so that this truck could get out, but I am stuck right there, to be honest. So he's gonna finish up getting logs. We're gonna venture out here and see what they're doing. So he knows who I am. He goes, well, I got to watch you get stuck today. I said, it will be on the film. So we're actually out here and they're tiling. They got a big tile plow, and I've never actually rode around in a big tile plow. I don't know if they're running right now or what exactly is going on. They might have a drive motor that they're working on, but I'm gonna go see. We got nothing to do today. We got rained out of manure hauling. So at the end of the day, might as well go see something that's ag related. And tiling is pretty awesome. I am definitely getting my steps in today. We're like way over there. Not only is it a long walk, but when you're in the mud, it just sucks you right in. So, yeah, where they haven't drove, it's a little bit better. There's some cover cropping and whatnot. But we'll get out there eventually. Johnny just texted me. Johnny's never been on the channel, but he just texted me and said we lost a piece out of the boot and it's being a pain to feed, so hopefully they'll keep running, but less than ideal. Winter time, slow time on a farm, right? Especially dairy. But no, it's never slow. So out here with Johnny from 4 Hills, and they're tiling. They just got self-propelled tiler, and before they were running tractors with a boot with plow. So catching a ride with him. He just capped that one off. It doesn't have the pincher and whatnot, so every time he's got to take it out, cap it, run it forward some more, and once it's all the way out of the boot, pick it up. So this is a hell of an animal. Look at that. Wild. Absolutely wild. We'll go jump back on board. Johnny Hill, ladies and gentlemen.
How are you?
Another day in the life. That is a hell of a boot.
That was like 15 inches you put on it.
Does it?
Yeah.
This is what, 4?
Yeah. Well, technically I can have 4 and 6. You can run both.
Oh, you can run both through that same boot?
Yeah.
And then you got to switch to an 8. Is 8 and a 12 the same, or is?
No, those have to be separate.
They are separate. So you picked this up, showed up last week?
Yeah, middle of last week.
Last week. Fresh out of Saskatchewan or Manitoba?
Manitoba.
Manitoba. 2012. In awesome condition. A little sloppy, but pulls right through.
Oh yeah.
So that's your AB line that you're following.
Yep.
And when you go back, it's surveying the elevation of everything so that the GPS globe, when it's done, tells that plow how deep the depth it should be at, and then water actually drains, because that's the idea behind tiling, that excess water that's in the soil gets removed. It's not draining the soil, it's just the excess water. So makes it so you can work the ground when it never stops raining. And there's a lot of clay ground in Addison County, so
Get on the ground earlier.
yeah, get a better crop off the ground, because that's kind of the point of farming the ground, is to grow something. So the excavator is digging the holes, and then there's a main line, 6-inch main line that runs across, and then he'll backfill the hole once the blade goes down in. Well, once he pulls forward, because you got to tie this 4-inch into the 6 so that the water goes where you want it to go. The tee down by his boots. They'll start pulling in. So this is a 6-inch, and as you can see, water's already running out. So that's running down and around. He'll get it fed down in. He says it works a lot better when there's a piece that's missing on it. Slap it together and it's good to go. There it goes. So then the excavator will throw it all back over, and you don't know anything's under the ground, but drastically better for the soil and everything else. This is sloppy conditions, but that thing pulls nice. So this wrapping and coming out the back is just because that one piece is missing. He said he's gonna rig something up to get by. It's wetter down in the bottom here, which is the wetter section. So it pulls a little harder. But what they used to do in real tough conditions, hook 3 of those together and pull a plow like this setup. So they make a hose crimper or a squisher that then cuts it, but we got a Johnny that cuts it and then caps it so that the water runs one way, nothing gets in that perforated pipe, which that's all this is. You see the little perforations in it, but then he'll run it the rest of the way, follow his line back and keep going. So you can see this is actually going up and down according to what it knows for that slope, so that you're not putting it too low or too high. Eventually you run out of pipe, then you just connect them together, some straight pieces, a little bit of tape. There she goes. is all it is. Little thin-walled stuff. But what you do, flips down. Oh, so you don't smash it on the ground. That's handy, right outside. Then he can control it over there. He'll pull forward. And off he goes. So he's got to put that top on it. I should help, but you know, I'm getting the angles. Then they put string all around it. There's also string every so many turns that just holds it together. So he's got to cut all the string off. That way it doesn't fall apart when he's moving it. They're gonna hook it together with just a straight piece. Put some tape around it. Call it good. Nothing like two guys putting their hoses together. So as he's running and he's hooking hoses and moving stuff around, this excavator is backfilling everything, but also finding the main line so that they can tee it all in. So we just went and made strips. There's one there, and one further up. And that shows the excavator, that's 25-foot sections, and that's where they're teeing in. So all of this is done on 25-foot increments. And the hose reel, we figured out it holds 1,200 meters, which is like just under 4,000 foot. That last run we did, that was 1,200 foot. So you guys having a good ride? So wrapped up and around that, that's that missing piece. They're gonna get that figured out, but got to keep moving. So when it wrapped up, it pinched it a little bit, and he's just going to reconnect it like we did with the new reel. But that's part of, he saw it going and stopped, and we jumped out, and I actually lost my boot over there, so I almost was in a bad place. There's quite a lot of stuff that goes on these. Well, you can run that from right there, so. Back at it. So they make different size boots that you can put on. They do have more boots, but when this machine came out of Canada, they were at capacity on the trailer. So there's more boots that are coming. The boots slide off, but this boot that's on here, it can do a 4-inch or it can do a 6-inch, and then they got an 8-inch boot, I think a 12 and a 15, he said. Then they make some for like hard, solid pipe to run mains with and stuff like that. Pretty wild. Like minimal disturbance. You got this, but to put a piece in there, it's wild. And we're working in conditions like this, so that is an animal of a setup. I'm gonna lose my boots walking in this. He's got to get out, cap it, bury the rest of it. I think they got a cap piece coming with the other setup, but yeah, a few months back they went and looked at this one while they were up in Canada at the farm show in Manitoba there. I think it was Manitoba. Came out of Manitoba. But big ag up there. Big ag. So this is why they're tiling. The ground's wet, but it is extremely saturated, and you can see just how much water is running down out of the pipe. Once it gets closed in, it will follow it all the way down, go into the main instead of puddle underneath. But yeah, that is why you're tiling. Better soil. And a lot of the US, they do tile out west and everything else. There's master pipe layer, and New York, there's a lot of tiled ground because they're not making any more ground, but we are feeding more people in the world, so this is way easier than walking. Put her right in the mud. Oh. Yeah, we'll get it out. appreciate riding around.
Yeah.
Good seeing you.
Have a good day.
I better go do something.
Yep.
On to the next thing. They have been quite busy tile plowing here. So I was asking him, I said, so what's it cost to tile plow? And he said, the people that custom tile plow that actually are out by where the new farm is, and they're from up this way, $1,700 an acre. So you figure, Johnny figures he can do 25 acres a day. He's never really kept track. You're just doing what you can do. But 25 acres a day, so chunk of change. 10 acres is 17,000, so 40,000 probably in a day. Better stay on the road here, I'm backing up. So they've been right after it. That tile plow showed up last week or so and gets put right to use. And I know somebody's gonna say in the comments, well, why don't you do it in better conditions? Because when they're in better conditions, they're cropping. Like summertime, springtime, fall time, you're cropping. So unless you're a custom guy and you're doing it all the time, and even the custom guys, you look at Master Pipe Layer. If you don't know who that is, look him up. But Millennial Farmer goes out and hangs out with him, and great content. Even him, they custom farm in the slow period because tile plowing in the summer really doesn't work out well. But I guess we'll back all the way out. Maybe. No, I think we can turn here. So, oh, he's backing in. I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm gonna put the camera down. Stopped in at my buddy's here. We might be getting a trailer from him. We gotta see what goes on. Yeah, I can't show you guys. But yeah, we better get back. I got a bunch of stuff I still gotta do. It's almost 3 o'clock. Appreciate you guys watching along today. Johnny, I appreciate you letting me tag along and show off the new tile plow there. New to you tile plow, and hell of a setup. So I appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing, being part of the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.